I'm going to do a demo overview of the Autel MaxiDas DS708 diagnostic tool. It comes in a very sturdy carrier case, solid. Will take a lot of knocking about, won't be damaged. I'm going to open the box now and have a look inside and see what's there. To open the case, we have to slide these latches to the outside. And then we just lift. Everything stays in place, which is very good if you're carrying this around the back of your van. What we have up here is all our various different manufacturers' connectors. The main one we'll be using here is the OBD16. This would be compatible with both EOBD and OBD2 vehicles. The other ones then are OBD1, or would be, I would think in Europe we would call it pre-EOBD, because we didn't have an OBD1. In America they did. Should BMW, Toyota, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Hyundai, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, OBD, as I pointed out, GM, Daewoo, Kia. You also have an SD card reader here as well in this slot. That's handy when you're putting your SD, if you want to do updates on your PC, which is a lot quicker than doing it from the unit itself. And it comes with spare lighter fuses. Down here we have more, and as you see, everything is strapped in nicely so it doesn't flop about. And the first bag we take out has the power supply. The voltage rating on this is 100 volts to 240 volts AC. It'd be compatible with both UK and US markets, and the mains lead actually comes with a US lead. So if you're using it in the UK market, you'd have to snip that off and put a proper plug on it. Or if you're in Europe, you'd have to put on the relevant plug for the country you live in. We have more diagnostic connectors here. Not too sure. One's Chrysler, and I'm not too sure what the other is. And up here then in this compartment we have more. Likewise, strapped in nicely. In this we have a LAN cable, so you can connect directly to your PC from your diagnostic tool. Might make it a bit quicker for upgrading and doing your registration. And also you've got 2 crocodile clips that will connect to a battery for powering it up. This would be for pre OBD2 and EOBD, when it didn't have its own supply coming out with a diagnostic connector. And you can use both. That can plug straight into your cigarette lighter, or it can go into this, which these ends then would fit to the relevant terminals on your battery. We have more diagnostic connectors. Someone might recognise them, what they're for. In this you have your instruction book, a quick setup, and your software that you would install on your PC. This would be for remote desktop viewing if you want to view your device on the PC, printing and data logging. This is the lead then you would use between your diagnostic tool and your DLC connector. So we're going to get the OBD connector off. One is male and one is female. Put on the right one. You don't want to damage these. You don't want to damage these pins in here, so make sure you don't damage them. Got the unit. On this, I see something now I'd rather not have. I see pins coming out of this which can be easily damaged. I'd rather see female type connector here, and on the lead then the male type. So if the lead gets damaged, all you have to do is replace the lead. If this gets damaged, you might have to replace that connector inside, which I don't know yet, might be hard to replace. To unsolder it nowadays, it can be quite difficult, so be careful with that at all times when you're putting these in. Don't jam them in crookedly or anything like that. I'll plug it in. On the back here then you have your stylus pen, and you have this for, it does two functions. That's for standing upright, but you can also hang it up over your steering wheel, which is handy. See, can we get that? Can we simulate it? As you see, it's hanging up there on the side of the box, which could be the same as a steering wheel. And here on the top then we have our power button for powering on and off, our LAN connection for that blue LAN cable, USB cable connector, and your DC jack for your DC power supply. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this up for running on the bench here to set up the Wi-Fi. I'm going to power this up with its DC power supply from the mains, as it doesn't have its own internal battery to power it up. But first I'm going to put this SD card in that comes with it. It's an 8 gig. I'm not too sure what the maximum card you can put in it. I've read on forums 32 gigabyte HC SD card. If you get a class 10, it'll be a lot quicker loading files onto it when you're doing your updating from your PC. Okay, let's stick it in. Here's your it clicks in place. Plug it into your DC jack. And now we can power it up. There's a button up here. And it's booting. I'm going to leave this live to show you the boot time on it. I could speed it up. Okay, that's the boot time. Okay. It's still doing things. Now we should be ready. Well, it's under a minute boot time. I'll take out my stylus pen. And I'm just going to go through all the manufacturers first. I'm not going to go through every one. We got our Asian, which covers that's 14, 15, 16, 17 Asian, and we got what a bit more of European. Okay, and we have our US. We've only got 3 manufacturers in the US, and we have China here now. Incidentally, this China selection wasn't on this until after I done the update. I have this registered already. When you switch this on for the first time, you will be prompted to register your device. Obviously, unless you're connected to the internet, you're not going to be able to do that. So you just get rid of it and set up your Wi-Fi. And how you do that is you go to your setup, and here you have your Wi-Fi icon here. If you click on that, you just do what you normally do with your smartphone, laptop, when you're connecting up to your Wi-Fi. You have your password for your wireless system in your house. Just put in them settings. Then the next time you start it up, you will be prompted, and it will bring you to the Autel website. If you haven't got a username and password, an account with the Autel website, you're going to have to create one. When you do create it, go in there, register your account. They'll ask for a lot of details, your name, address, lots of information to look for. And when you have your account created, then you have to add this device. And how you do that is it'll look for the serial number and the register password. And the serial number and the register password are in this here. They'll be down around here. Yes, that's the product serial number, and here's our register password. So use them to register your device. You won't be able to update until you have that registered with the serial number and the password. As we can see here from my icon up here, we are connected to the wireless. Let's just click on a few of these buttons to see what they do. I would leave that setting there the way it is, because you haven't got you probably at your home or workshops, you're not going to have a static IP address or one that will be static. So leave it as it is. That'll automatically obtain an IP address for you. You have your either English or metric. I have it set to metric. You can set it to English if you want. Your date time. You can set up the format, the date format down here, what way you want to put it up there, display it. The language, you might have to come to this first, because I found this in a different language. It wasn't in the English, and I went to that first to find English flag there, and I clicked on it. Okay. Now here you got your backlight. You can dim it. Then you got this. I have the beep set to off. If I set this to on, I'm just going to annoys me. This here is for calibrating your touch screen here. I'm just going to click on it. What you have to do then with your stylus is press that. It'll move. Just follow it. And then it gives you 30 seconds to save the data. This is your remote desk viewing. You will have to use the software that comes with your device on the disk and install that. You have to use, when you click on the icon on your laptop, not here, you have installed your software on your laptop, and you will see a remote desk icon. Click on that, and the first thing it will look for is an IP address, and you should be able to find your IP address in your Wi-Fi settings. If you my IP address is here, the top one there. You'll see it there above server subnet mask. Up here then we have our internet connection here, which will bring you straight to the Autel website. Okay, see what happens. Let it load up, and we're in. And you see different settings up here. That's to select your country, obviously. Now you want to register. Just let it carry out that. I clicked on the country. It's where you select your country. A drop down menu there. It's giving you 3 settings: Europe English, United States English, or China. 3 different. That's all I have on this. Okay, I have it set for Euro English because that's where we are. Try and get over here to the right, and you have your register. Just click on the register. Give it a few minutes. And you're in the site now where you register your account. Create an Autel IT, and here you are. There's all the questions there. Just fill them in. If you want to do this on your PC or laptop, you just go to http // sorry, I should say dot. I'll start that again. http / /pro dot auteltech.com, and you can go create a username, password, and your account on your PC. It might be quicker than here. Okay, you have your account set up. You have your device added to your account using your serial number and the register password that's in here on your account on the website. Now you can do your update. You just click on update, and this should go straight to your account. The first time you do it, it might prompt you for your username, your Autel your Autel ID and your password. It's loading up. And as you can see, we have one update here now at the moment, so I'm just going to click this Mitsubishi and I'm going to say update. This can take a considerable amount of time on the device. I normally put that card on the SD reader or in my SD reader on my laptop, depends which laptop I have, and I would do it on that. It's just a little bit quicker. On your PC with your software, you had I didn't mention it, a DS708 updater icon on your desktop as well that would have been installed with your software. If you click on that, put in your Autel ID and password, and it will go straight to your account and you should be able to do an update. But you have to make sure you have your SD card plugged into your PC. Otherwise, if you look over here, there'll be no information. It tells you the total size of memory and how much is free. Obviously, as these get more and more updates, this card has less free space in it. Now, if you have less free space in it, that's less free space for you to take photos and store data for reference when you get back from a test drive. So if you find your card getting full, I would upgrade it. As I said earlier, I think the maximum SD card is 32 in this. I have to verify that. I'm still waiting for verification back from it. But I would imagine a 16 gig HC class 10 would be adequate for it. We're still downloading. Considering it's a very small file, this is taking a long time. This is only a 9.5 megabyte file, and it's still downloading. Let's see how quick it installs it. For 100%. It's installing. And update complete. We have the latest version of Mitsubishi now installed on the SD card. So I'm just going to exit. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into the car and show a few of the useful functions that this diagnostic tool has. It does have some good service aids built into it. It has bi-directional control, otherwise known as activation, actuation. There's a few different names on it, but what it really means, you can control your output devices. Like if you wanted to switch on your EGR solenoid, you can switch it on. Your fuel pump, switch it on. Depends obviously whether the vehicle manufacturer has allowed it in its software or not. I'm going to power this down now and put it into a car.